I'm watching a person draw a picture of LeBron James. Um, I-
Congratulations.
I'll be right back.
Bye.
Hi.
Hello.
Did everyone get a water break? Taking a water break?
Um, Kriana said something about watching somebody draw LeBron James and then left.
What? Oh
Yeah,
boy.
that's exactly what happened. She didn't even explain why she was going. She just like, oh, bye. And that was what she did.
Hello,
Closed
everyone.
this dusty large book.
It's a good time for me to answer any questions you might have.
Just to tell you off the bat, yes, he is that sexy.
Yes, it's true.
Kriana, are you here?
Nope.
No.
Piff, do you by chance want... I know, Bern, you've probably got yours sorted away. Do you want... I have a macro for at least the D100 and melee or skill checks, if you want those. And I can make one for your rifle if you want.
Actually, that's what I used for my one macro, and I also have a macro for a base D20 and a base D100.
Then you are way ahead of me. Just thought I would offer. I gave some to Kriana. I don't know if she got them up and running yet, but... anything to... I realized, in front of when we were talking about the combat taking a little bit of time, I realized that that was partially, you know, me going through the menu every single time to roll the die, so I'm making myself some macros.
Nice. I can't really make macros for stuff because each enemy is different.
That is
so
very
I
true,
Just type
yeah.
it.
True enough.
But if I do just press up button, it does save the last like 20 rolls, so it's pretty handy.
Yes. Also, you can make macros that you can put in whatever the modifier is. Just like you'd be like D20 plus blank, and you'd be like you just type in the
Yeah,
blank thing.
you press the button, it pops up a window asking for the modifier, and then it'll do it for you. But still, depending on, especially since this is Rifts, and there's so many crazy things out there.
Yeah. Camelak, you can be anything that you want to be, but considering techno-wizardry isn't a real thing just yet, you can be one, but I don't know how effective you can be.
I was about to
Techno-wizards
say,
are pretty cool, though.
my God, can he shoot suns?
No, that's a warlock, Piff. That's a warlock.
That's a robo warlock. Or a
Very different.
rock.
A roar.
I'm going to say one thing. In the game of Rifts, almost anything is possible. I don't know if magic's casting robots
Magically
are possible.
imbued
Okay,
robots.
you know, it's kind of sad. We fought so hard to stay with the traveling troop and everything, and the second we were swept in that storm, we could go anywhere. I was kind of like, that'd be cool. I mean, no, but...
Yeah. Well, as
Just
a player, that's interesting, if and only if we are getting chased by the coalition.
No, but could you imagine what it would have done to Inferno?
What
if
happened?
we just said
Oh.
go, and he would obviously have nothing planned for that.
That is true.
Except I
The
am
session would
God,
be
and I can
over.
determine where it goes, and I could just be like, you went 50 miles that way. Congratulations. New terrain.
Kriana, did you get those macros up and running, or?
I don't
You
know.
know
I
what'd
can
been the
quick test
funniest
them.
thing?
Sure.
You know what'd been the
Modifier
funniest
1.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, looks like
Modifier
it's
5.
looks like it's, you shouldn't need a
That-
modifier on those, the damage one.
Why did you put a modifier on them?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it rolls them together. So yeah, they're working just fine.
Oh, okay. It's asking me for a modifier, though.
Yeah, for your attack rolls, yes.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
forgot.
like it'll be a -3 to hit.
The reason why I made it ask for your modifier is because while normally it's usually a +7, sometimes fear factor or whatever might affect it. So it's better
Right,
for you
yeah,
to have
I
that
forgot
option.
about
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, so your macros should be working good.
Yay!
All right, is everyone back?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
I recorded
then-
all of that. I'm sorry, YouTube, in advance, because I will probably forget to cut it out.
Oh, dear.
I will
Okay,
try.
Well, then let's get right back
I'll
into
do
it
my
then,
best.
for the sake of them. So the nippers have been dealt with, and all that's really left in this area with some exploration is the nipper's nest. Unfortunately, other than a few circuits and pieces of fabric intermingled with this hard clay, there's nothing of real value.
Yay!
Okay.
Except for the bodies.
Yeah, but they said we couldn't need them, so there's nothing of value.
Plus, they're all crispy.
All right. And just for the sake of expediency, I will, since you will be backtracking, I'll just clear out the rest of this area. Once again, it's very similar. The soft earth, the kind of the mud-like. Once again, several areas that just have that draconic writing on it that says hold. But you do see stairs leading upwards with yet another stone door with the same insignia on it as the first one, which of course is that long, that symbol.
Okay. Well, before we go and we start heading back, I hold my hand out for Mila. Do you want to hold my hand again?
Oh, sure. I love holding.
What?
Subtle, Kriana. Subtle.
Very subtle. All right, and then let's go.
Okay.
What is it? Are we on a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Magical roller coaster.
I was hoping I could get away with that.
You wild ride.
I was so close.
Don't feel bad, Kriana. I forgot to unmute my mic when I was trying to get away with it. So.
Okay. So,
She was having a little snack.
so the stone door is equally as heavy, requiring a team push or just a push by Mila, but it does give way.
Okay.
And what it gives way to is something very, very different. Oh, wait. As he says this. Something
Different.
very, very different compared to what you are used to so far. You enter this cavern made of this soft earth. And let me just get my notes up. But instead of these mud-made walls, the walls, floor, and ceilings of these rooms, of these hallways, are masterfully made. On close inspection, you can see that this is all stonework, but the stones are shaped and placed like scales on a great beast. This is no dismal, boring gray stone. The stones are glittering gold, red, and an emerald color, shining and shimmering in the light that is created both by Patrick's magical light source and Tom's own lit arm. It's quite clear, you don't even need to do a check for it, Patrick, either painstaking craftsmanship, or magic was in the mix during the construction of these walls. And unless you're told otherwise, the walls of this brilliant chamber are just with the same ornate beauty.
Wow.
May I take a gander at what the hold words mean?
Well, you want to have another check?
I guess as a player guess, would I try to safely assume that it might be for constructive reasoning? Like there might be something
That is a
that's
fair
trying...
assumption, yes.
All right.
That is definitely a fair assumption. Give me
Like
another skill
thieves.
check. Give me another magic lore check.
I don't. Maybe. If it was magic lore, probably not.
Oh, yeah.
If it was monster and demons,
it had to be magic lore.
Yeah,
So you'll
no.
just have to go with your hunch.
All right.
That has to do with something with construction. You see stairs equally laid with this kind of scaled stonework leading upwards towards a door. Now, the door itself also seems to be made of stone, but very similar to the gray slab that you entered through, it is made of the same multicolored, imbued stonework.
Would I have a chance of... Sorry, I was going to ask a chance of using chemistry to try and determine what the stones are made out of, what their element or composition is?
Sure. Give me just 2 seconds. also on the front of the new door at the end of the hallway there is still the same symbol, oddly enough, but this one is bespeckled with color, obviously. In order for you to kind of analyze it, it'd be easier if you take a piece of the wall with you, but you can kind of just look at it and tap at it and scratch at it and try to figure it out that way.
I would prefer to. Well, I try to do both. I don't know if I have anything with me
Okay.
that could take the stone out. So
Yeah, you don't really have anything, and it's just inlaid so perfectly. It's not something that you can really wedge open. So I guess you'll have to do the second way. I guess do a chemistry check. Yeah.
all right. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
6.
Well, that was definitely low enough to figure it out. Okay. To you, it seems like it's almost like a soapstone in a way, which is a very mundane rock, right? It's good for shaping, but not really good for structure. But you have no idea how it got these colors. The natural color of soapstone is nothing like this, and you can't see any sort of dye or paint on it. It is literally the stone is that color, but you have no clue how that could have gotten that way.
Interesting. So, and it's not a
Yeah.
valuable stone at all. It's just a regular soapstone with weird shiny color.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you say this to the group?
Yes, for my sake, because of my absent-mindedness, unless I specify I don't say it to the group, we can assume I probably will. explain
Alright.
it.
You'd share the information.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Patrick will lay his hand on his Al's shoulder. It's like, magic, Al. Magic.
Yeah.
All right.
but-
So
All right, Patrick,
Yep.
where do you think we should go up the stairs? Where should we?
I think there might be something more to the right to see. I would hate to have a blind spot behind us.
Indeed. Let's go to the right.
okay. Move your guys off to the right as you wish, as I just reveal the next area. It is. I'll just reveal the entire room. This room itself looks like it holds. You see where those wooden beams are? You'll have to just kind of use your imagination. That's actually more metallic scaffolding. By the looks of it, this room was being cleared out and was nearing the end of construction. Simple stoneworking tools can be found in around this corner here by this kind of collapsed area. Other than that, you don't really. You can kind of just see them glimmering off in the distance. Of some sort of hand tools are over there. Other than that, from your current vantage point, you can't really see anything else of really note. Obviously, three walls really are already made. It's just that one corner looks like it was just mid-construction.
I'm gonna waddle over there and look closely at the tools.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably going to think that they probably are some sort of magic imbued if this was magically made.
That would be
I'll
interesting.
stay up here. I guess probably Alicia might stay with me, but I'm going to be pulling security or whatnot. I don't know
Okay.
exactly what Alicia will do, but that's what I will.
All right. When you get closer to the tools it's yourself, as you inspect the tools, you see that, well, you can't really tell if they're magical at all. They seem to be made of simple iron, iron and steel, really. Just hammers, some cutting tools, some shaping tools to kind of, and almost like a sander to smooth the soapstone itself. However, as you pick up and examine the tools yourself, at the foot you do see a small glass vial of this reddish liquid.
And Patrick picks up the vial and expects,
Okay.
like a child with jingle keys.
All right, yeah, you shake the vial. It's a sealed stoppered vial with a cork stopper on it. You shake it around a little bit, and you can see that the liquid inside of it is very syrupy. It's like kind of clinging to the walls of the vial itself before it sinks back down to where it's supposed to. Give me another lore magic check there, Piff.
Yay, I made it this time.
Okay. This, you think? You're not 100% sure. You'll have to do some testing to confirm this. But this might be one of the causes of how the stone has died.
Oh. Neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to take like one of the whatever it looks like it would probably be for removing rock or anything like that, like a pickaxe or anything like that. And I'm going to wander over to something that doesn't look like it's holding something up, like a loose steel beam or something like that, and I'm going to just start tapping it.
Tapping the steel beam with a rock?
Yes. No, with the tool that looked like.
Oh, okay. You hear the sound of metal upon metal. You fear the vibration shake up over to you, but you don't. Nothing else kind of happens.
All right. I'm going to tap it on some dirt, maybe a rock, and then about after that, finally just kind of wandering over to, I guess, this wall, since it'd probably be the most constructively sound, and probably aim it right about there and start tapping against the wall to see if it might react in any particular way.
Okay, tap against the wall. You hear a clang as stone meets metal, but nothing otherwise.
Well, hey, Patrick just puts back the tool where he found it, and then we'll probably pocket the vial and be on this way.
Okay, fair enough. And you're able to scamper up the scaffolding well enough to meet up with Al and Alicia at the top there.
Mila, let's go.
Although, yeah, no, that's it. No, all those. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Push time.
Did you have a good field trip?
I found red stuff. I think it might be ancient blood.
That's great, Patrick.
yeah.
Swirling around like thick red dye.
All right. Mila, you're going to push open the door?
Yes.
With all your might?
Yes.
All right. Give me a balance check.
Oh, okay.
Can I help her?
Sure.
Because we're still connected at the hand?
Yeah.
Would you require a balance
same
check from
thing
me?
minus... are you going to help her push?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope. You just do your own balance check there, Tom.
Okay.
Do I need to do one?
Oh, yeah. You still need to do one.
Okay.
I make mine by 20.
Okay. Mila?
Oh, God. Balance.
Should be somewhere by like acrobatics or something like that.
Yes. Oh, sense of balance. 85.
Oh, good. So you both make it.
Oh,
Great. What's really strange about this stone door is that it actually you just have to put a little bit of pressure to it, and it opens it up with ease, like a greased wooden door or like an oiled wooden door. So by pushing on it so great, you had a chance of knocking yourselves forward, but you both caught your balance easily enough. So it's very strange, but this is a heavy wooden door, but it is as light as can be. As you open up to the next passageway, and it starts really with this hallway right here. And interestingly enough, actually, to your right, that first passageway is to your right, actually, that kind of comes to a dead end. All you can kind of see is another similarly bespeckled wall right in front of you. But the hallway does continue straight to the west.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take a left.
Okay. Walls in front of you.
Right. Okay, let's continue on.
Well done.
I was
Okay.
like, do we have a plan?
No.
Inferno,
Yeah.
can I take some rocks or stones or something and place them on top of each other in this door frame as a makeshift alarm noisemaker thing?
Sure, you'll have to get the rocks and stones from the mud cavern though, because this main passageway that you've been on is just perfectly pristine. In fact, this is very, very interesting. I might want to add is you there should be dust around this area, and there's nothing. Like the air is still, very, very still, very quiet, but there's no dust, no nothing. These things are shining like they're new. Okay. But yeah, go ahead, Al.
I was actually, I would just take a few stones, and what I would actually prefer to do to make the most noise possible is, I can move the door easily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of mostly close the door and balance the rocks on top of it, so if the door moves, the rocks will fall and clatter.
Okay, yeah, sure, yep, definitely.
Right.
All right, you MacGyver up that. Now, this main entranceway that you've now come across is a very large room with 4 separate columns on it. Now, the walls that you've come across, the walls and the ceiling and the floor that we come across, if those are perceived as elaborate, then these walls in this room are extraordinary. This room is aburst with color. Every single thing on the spectrum, filled with strange magical runes, drawings, carvings, and etchings, covering everything: the columns, the floor, the ceiling, and the walls. In addition, a plethora of gems, emeralds, rubies, sapphires stud the walls as well. The most prominent etching, however, can be found on the ceiling, and it looks like, as I get over here, I'll move it out of your way once you're done looking at it, but it looks like this.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
My God, it's the turtle gods.
Hi, Al.
Don't anger the turtle gods.
It's been a while. The passive-aggressive turtle god. Remember what happened last time? It was real fun.
Okay.
Wasn't it, Al? Okay, I'll stop.
What the fuck you doing? All right.
My brain is so fried.
All right. Patrick, you could spend hours in this room just trying to piece together everything. But I think I'm going to do, for the sake of simplicity, because your guy is very naturally curious, I'm going to have you just do a lore magic and a lore monster and creature type of lore. Both those checks. And I'll give you some basic information from what you're able to figure out.
All right. Magic first.
Okay.
And
Success.
Then was it demon and monster?
Demons and monsters, yeah.
And that did not make.
But just by a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, this still probably takes about half an hour or so for you to kind of piece things together, because this is pretty crazy. Now, are you guys patient enough to allow Patrick to kind of do his thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buzzing around the room, going like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang
I'm
on,
gonna
let me
be.
just wait, did I click it? Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Fuck it, Mila falls asleep.
Okay. Halfway through this.
I'm gonna
Okay,
be trying to copy.
Her
What's
hand
on
is
the
still
ceiling?
attached to
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom.
I'm gonna try my darndest to try and copy what's on the ceiling into my journal.
Okay, these are pretty elaborate, so you'll actually have to do a skill check in order to determine how well the copy is.
Let's art.
Everyone
Yeah.
art. It could be incredibly relevant.
Missed by 16.
So you got the bulk of it just fine, but there's some details that are off, and the turtle isn't quite the same size.
Yeah.
Dang. But pretty close.
You upset the
Pretty
turtle
close.
gods.
Okay. So this is what you're able to decipher so far, Patrick. What you can gather is that this is trying to tell some sort of story that someone or something has breached two worlds. It has come to this place, this realm, this home, some sort of translation like that, to share its. The translation is either to share its light or to share its wisdom or to share its knowledge. The translation there is iffy. Now it has gone to another place, but we, or us, or children, will always be here to remember him or her or it. That's kind of what you're getting from this right now.
All right. Worshipping a god, and always will be here. So, it's either one of two things, natural cult, or actual beings that will still actually be here. It's either like it depends on how you take the text literally or figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to now note that the emeralds and rubies and things like that are usually what I heard earlier in the session, or not this session, but the game, that these are usually used for magic use of some kind, for rituals and whatnot. So this might actually be a ritual room or just to look pretty, one of the two.
Very interesting.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
I will leave everything where it is and snap some pictures.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely.
I was just about to ask that.
Sure.
If
All
there's
right.
a picture to be had, I will take.
All right. You snap
Even though
some
I
pictures.
completely forgot it when I was in another dimension. Anyway.
I should have took a picture of this moment. Anyway, all right. So there's exits to the the west, and the south, and of course where he came from the east. And Mila is kind of leaning against the wall there, sawing logs. She is
Yes.
sleepy.
She is drilling ever so slightly. Soft
Into her
snoring
helmet.
into her helmet.
Okay, I'm gonna try and wake her up.
Yeah.
Try and.
All right, let me think. Unless Inferno wants to do.
No. Your
It's gotta
character.
do. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, Burn. You have to roll a d20, and if you get it above 10, you wake her up. If you get it below, fuck it, she's still out. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
You've hit
my
10.
consolation is a tie. So it's that stereotypical
Yeah, okay.
like you're there almost wake up.
Oh,
Alicia
God.
goes over and she's like, I got this, Tom. And she kind of gives a bit of a smirk. And she just takes that one finger, presses it against Mila's helmet, and pushes so she falls to the ground. And we'll see if that wakes her up.
Taking me with her.
Sure, you can do a balance check to see how well
Okay.
it works.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, and she's still out.
There we go.
That's my balance check. I fail my balance check.
Oh, and Alicia kind of is like, oh, sorry, I thought that would work. She's like, okay, maybe this will work. And she pauses for a second. She's like, oh, wait, should we be loud in here? It's pretty quiet. We don't know what's
No,
around the
We
corner.
shouldn't. Are we trying to get Mila awake?
Yeah.
Is there a way to
Remove her helmet? Yes.
yeah. I'm going
Yeah,
to
Alicia
do
goes
that.
over and removes her helmet. Or you can do it. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do a small roll to see if that it by itself will wake her up. I'm gonna get like 18 or higher will do it.
Okay.
I guess.
I love how you guys are giving your own modifiers. Right?
All right. And I'm now going to use my smelling salt. And
Okay,
you
that
get
just
to
wakes her up.
Yeah, no. Oh, hi, guys.
Hi.
Grabs onto Tom again.
No, you were still grabbed onto me. I was
Oh,
laying on
that's
the
right.
floor next to you. Hello.
Did we just
Hello.
do it? No.
This is kind
No,
of
we fell.
rapey.
Speaking of, here's your helmet back.
Thank you. You left it to make fun.
I'll get up.